Can we start? I'm ready. Tell me when. Point to me. How do you know we're on the air?
And good morning from the Denver Coliseum, the home of Volleyball Palooza. 5 state championship will be decided this weekend here at the Denver Coliseum. I'm Corey Allen Ford, the 2A broadcaster for you on CHSAA television. Thanks for being with us for the broadcast of our first match between Resurrection Christian and Telluride. They make up part of Pool 1. Pool 1 has the number 1 team in the state, at least for most of the season, the undefeated Lutheran Club. They're 24-0. Resurrection Christian comes in with a record of 18-6. Telluride comes in with a record likewise of 18-6. They make up Pool number 1 of the state volleyball championship in Class 2A. Pool number 2, and there are 4 pools of 3 teams, is Swink, Paonia, and Sangre de Cristo. Pool number 3 is undefeated Simlin, the number 1 ranked team in the state, playing their first year at 2A after playing in 1A for many, many years. They're up to 2A this year. They'll play in the same pool as Fowler and Yuma. And pool number 4, it consists of Akron, Rye, and Byers. And all those teams, of course, should be playing at least once, maybe twice today. Of course, they will play 2 matches, and then, of course, the best records will move on to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon in the championship for all 5 classes. And, of course, the one we're caring about here is 2A, and it'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Glad you're with us, and hope you enjoy our broadcast of 2A State Volleyball here from the Denver Coliseum. I'm Corey Allen Ford, as I said. Eric Tolos will be running the camera. My wife, April, will be running the graphics and keeping us up to date on what's going on. I'll try to get you other information about the other matches that are going on here inside the Coliseum. There are 5 courts set up. Every one of the courts has a different classification on it, and 5A is to my left and to your left on your television. Far corner is the 4A, across from 2A is 3A, and to our right on the television is the 1A teams as they get set to go. And we can give you a quick preview that in 3A, the first match is Holy Family in Manitou Springs. Highlands Ranch and Chatfield will go in 5A in the big school. 4A will be Durango and Silver Creek, and Eads and Dove Creek will go in 1A. So congratulations to these teams making it this far. Telluride is coached by Fonda Rogers. They finished 3rd in the San Juan Conference. They had positive and quality wins over Dove Creek, who made the tournament in 2A, as we get set for our national anthem. Our national anthem here at the Denver Coliseum as we get set for the state volleyball opening match for all 5 classes. At our class here in 2A, Resurrection Christian against Telluride. The Miners are coached by Fonda Rogers, as I mentioned. They've won their last 6 matches coming in, have been playing some outstanding volleyball. This is their 2nd appearance in the state tournament. They went 1-2 last year in pool play. It was the only 2 wins in school history previous to 2001. They've never reached the semifinal round. Resurrection Christian on the other side is a young team. The Cougars are 18-6, coached by Caleb Howard. They won the Mile High League with a 9-0 record by 2 games over Day Spring Christian. Their state tournament appearance, every loss but Berthoud was against a team that qualified for either the 2A or 3A state tournament, so that's quite an impressive resume for Resurrection Christian. They've not been to a state championship or have a state championship. Their last playoff bid was in 2010. They lost in the semifinals to Akron. They lost to Fowler in the 2009 championship, and 8 tournament wins since 2004 for the Resurrection Christian Cougars. Telluride, the Miners from away in the southwest part of the state, They have a very senior-dominated team that was here last year. It could play a difference in how they play against a very young Resurrection Christian squad that steps onto the court right now. Resurrection will be in the blue uniforms with white trim. It'll be the maroon uniforms and white trim for Telluride. And their lineup goes like this. Shelby Breyer will start in that back row. Carson Brumley's in the back row for Telluride as well. Aaron Keene or Ryan Nieberg. Nieberg will be one of the starting servers, if that's 15 or 4, it just depends, but they'll be in that back row in the right corner. Scout Franklin will be up top left side. Sarah Wontrowski will be in the middle. They run a 6-2, so they have 2 setters. Wontrowski will be a setter, as will Carson Brumley, and Morgan Mackey will be an outside hitter. She's a senior for Telluride. Telluride has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their 6 starters are in the category of senior, so they are a very experienced club as they take the court here at the Denver Coliseum. Abby Skipworth is on the far right side for Resurrection. Madison Webb is the lone setter. They run a 5-1 offense. Preston Linneman is on the top left side. Riley Linneman is in the back corner. She'll be the server up first. Kylie Yadkin is in the back row, as is Jennifer Lohr. And we're ready to go with Riley Linneman, the senior, being looked at by some schools, according to her coach Caleb Hauer, with the first serve. And we're about ready to start match 1 of the 2A State Volleyball Championships. It's a jump serve, floated into the back row, bumped up front on this 6-2 offense. And there's the hit and the block at the net, pop back up. And it continues on the Resurrection side. They will set the left side, and the hit is long. Nope. Someone was in the net, and then was in the net for Resurrection Christian, so the Miners are up 1-0. 1-0 Telluride, and they will get the serve on a net violation to start things, and back to serve will be number 4, Aaron Keene. Keene with a lofty serve on the right side. They'll bump the front row. Strong set far side. Good hit from the back row, or front row that is, by Preston Linneman. And the match is tied at 1-1 as Linneman gets her first kill. As we said, an experienced Telluride team with 5 of their 6 starters seniors. They're 18-6 on the season. Resurrection Christian has a freshman among 3 sophomores, a freshman, and 2 seniors among their starters. We're in a 1-1 tie early on in game 1, and the ball is hit on the kill attempt, blocked at the net. They'll set up Linneman again. She goes cross-court this time. Actually, that's Jennifer Lohr on the kill. And a point for Resurrection Christian. And the Cougars lead it 2-1. Kill there for Lohr. 2-1 on serve is Resurrection Christian. Bumped in the back row by Aaron Keene. Back onto the Resurrection side. Free ball attempt. Here comes a big hit down the line and good. Linneman again, and that's Preston Linneman, her second kill. And it's 3-1 Resurrection Christian. 2 of the first 3 points have come on kills for Preston Linneman. And here comes the serve. Floated into the back row. Passes off target. And the setter will have to retrieve it. Long attempt for the hit off the net. Nice job of getting it through the block and down for number 5, Scout Franklin. So Franklin will get the kill for Telluride. And we're back to a 1-point game. And Telluride will have the serve at the net at the very back end of the court, separating. It'll be a jump serve attempt. A floater jump serve for Morgan Mackey. They'll set the middle, and there's a pound down the line on the far side of the court. And guess who? It's Linneman again. 4-2 Resurrection Christian. Linneman has 3 kills in her first 3 swings. 3 of their 4 points belong to Preston. And here comes the serve for Madison Webb. The pass is off, and it'll be a free ball attempt for Resurrection Christian. They'll bump to the right side, set the middle, and there's a back set dug out in the back row by Telluride. They'll set the middle, tap it over. Free ball opportunity for Resurrection. Here comes the set near side. Linneman with another kill. It goes off 2 Telluride defenders, and Linneman has 4 kills in the first 5 points for Resurrection, and they lead it 5-2. If I remember right, doing the championships last year in 2A basketball, there was a Linneman on that Cougars basketball team that was down in Pueblo. 5-2, and there's also another Linneman on this team, Riley Linneman, number 3. Here's the kill, bumped into the back row. Great sliding dig on the ground. It was Abby Skipworth, and the ball is tipped off of Telluride again, and another point for Resurrection, and they're up 6-2. Right now, the youngsters from Resurrection not showing inexperience at all. Here comes a good serve. Bump to the far side. Here's the set to the middle for Telluride. Long hit trying to deep corner was too far on the attempt by Scout Franklin. And a timeout on the court. Telluride wants to take that timeout because it's 7-2 in favor of Resurrection Christian. After the game was 1-1, they've scored 5 of the next 7 points and lead at 7-2 as we have a break right here. And we'll tell you that College in Colorado. Our volleyball coverage presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices, it's collegeincolorado.org. They can help you students create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. It's collegeincolorado.org. Also, the folks at K-12 Education, Adams State University, they can meet your licensing requirements and earn advanced degrees through Adams State University. Distance learning. Hundreds of professional development courses are offered on-site and at a distance. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. Resurrection Christian with a 7-2 lead after the first time out of game 1 for Telluride. They set the middle and they softly hit it over. Dugout opportunity for Resurrection. Linneman again with a kill attempt. He's already got 4 in the match. Here's the pass too close to the net. Nice hit with the left hand by Scout Franklin. And not able to get it across was Resurrection Christian. Franklin went in up with her offhand. They say it was a palming violation, so they give the point to Resurrection Christian. So it's 8-2. So Franklin accused of palming it, throwing it down. That's illegal. Then it's 8-2 Resurrection Christian. Here's a bad pass, slapped down, dug out by Telluride. They try to get something going, and they're 6-2, just not working right now. Here's the set for Resurrection. Linneman set up. Down the line she goes. It's on the line. And another kill for Linneman and another point for Resurrection Christian, which is bolted out to a 9-2 lead. She's got 5 kills on their first 9 points. Very impressive. She's a sophomore. Her sister, Riley, is a senior. And the hit is too soft into the net for Telluride, and they have come out shaken against a very young Resurrection Christian team and are down 10-2. 10-2, Resurrection Christian the lead over Telluride in game 1 of the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA TV, and the serve floats way long and out of bounds. And the point to Telluride, and it's 10-3. Wontrowski will go back to serve for Telluride. She's one of the 2 centers in the 6-2 offense run by Fonda Rogers. She's one of the 5 seniors in their starting 6. And here's the floater serve, back corner, and it's an ace serve. Ace serve for Wontrowski. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize, but I believe that's what I was told. Wontrowski looks to hit it again. Got a service ace. Now floats it into the back row. Bumped up. Back set at the front of the net. Here comes Linneman with a big hit. And the return goes into the net. Linneman gets another kill. She's got 6 kills in 11 points for Resurrection Christian. And it's 11-4 in favor of the Cougs. They're from Loveland. And the serve is way far and long out of bounds. It's 11-5. So 2 service errors in a row for Resurrection Christian gives Telluride the ball back. Linneman Preston had that one too far. And now on the far side of the court is the serve for Scout Franklin. Deep back serve, and it goes off. The bump attempt of Linneman, and a point for Telluride. Linneman trying to bump it from the back row. They set 4 in the back, 2 in the front, and there's 5-1 offense for Resurrection Christian. Here comes a good serve, bump to the right side. The setter is Webb, and the hit is down and good for Riley Linneman. So Riley says, hey, sis, you can't have all the love. And Riley gets her first kill of the match, and it's 12-6 in favor of Resurrection Christian. And back to serve is Jennifer Lohr. Lohr is sophomore. Either team has yet to sub, ironically, in this match. Usually you see some subs. Neither team has done it yet. And there it goes down the line, and the kill is good for 15, Erin Keene. So Libero checks out of the match for Telluride. And back to serve is Shelby Breyer, and she gets it down the line, and a good serve. It goes off the bump attempt by Riley Linneman, and a point, and it's 12-7 as they inch their way back with another ace serve there from Breyer. Here's the float up top, set for Webb, blocked at the net. Resurrection gets it back. Now free ball opportunity for Telluride. They'll set up, blocked at the net, and nope, 4 hits is the call on Telluride, and a point for Resurrection. 13-8 says the score. 13-8, Resurrection Christian lead by 5. They've led by as many as 7. Bouncing it on the serve for Resurrection Christian is Mackenzie Richardson, who just checked in. It'll be a free ball as Telluride's not able to bump it across or set it across. And now it's bumped across onto the Telluride side. Here's the flat hit into the back row, bumped up. The Cougars have it. The big hit from the left side and too far and long for Riley Linneman. And another point for Telluride, and they creep right back into it. And here come the Miners. It's 13-9. Substitution. Gattikin, Kelly, the starter, back in number 1, replaces Mackenzie Richardson, who just served. Floater serve into the back. Good set. Tried to slam dink it across, and it works to the advantage of Resurrection Christian. Madison Webb, the setter, number 9, with a slam dink off the front row block of Telluride in the point, and it's 14-9 in favor of the Cougars. The serve will be Riley Linneman, a jump serve. Good cross-court jump serve. Here's the tap at the net. Tried to dink it across. It lands in. They say it was batted. All 4 officials say no. And it's a point for Telluride, and it's 14-10. Chance to cut it to 3, the closest they had been in a long time if they can get it here. Here comes the serve from Nieberge. Bumped across, free ball opportunity, chance to score for Telluride. They'll set the middle, big hit and blocked. Double block by Preston Linneman and Abby Skipworth on the attempt by Morgan Mackey. And the point for Resurrection Christian. Big double block there. 15-10, first big block we've seen that's got a point for either team. 5-point lead in game 1. Here's the float return over on the Resurrection Christian side. Webb sets up Linneman. Preston with a big kill in the back row. Not able to steer it up front is the back row defense of Telluride, and Linneman with her 7th kill in game 1. And it's 16-10 in favor of Resurrection Christian. On the serve. Reserve coming up as a ball from another court comes flying in. They have a bunch of the lime-colored T-shirts for the ball chasers. These are the young people from around Denver that participate in this event every year. There's an ace serve for Abby Skipworth. Freshman Abby Skipworth, number 8, with an ace serve. And now back to a 7-point lead. It's the largest. It matches the largest for Resurrection Christian here in game 1. Another good serve, bumped up. Here comes the bump, and it's floated across in the middle. Diving dig for it. They'll set up Preston Linneman. Cross court she goes. It's bumped in the air on the Telluride side. Free ball opportunity as they're not able to use it. Another chance for a point here for Resurrection. Linneman set up again, and she hits it way long this time. She got underneath that and did not able to snap that wrist down, and the ball goes long, and it's 17-11. Point for Telluride and the serve. Morgan Mackey in the center of the court to our left. And the jump serve coming. Floats it into the back row. Good pass by Riley Linneman. She tries to tip it on the return. Madison Webb sets up another Resurrection Christian player, and it's down and good for Jennifer Lohr. Lohr gets her 2nd kill of game 1, and it's 18-11. In favor of Resurrection Christian, back to the 7-point lead, their 3rd 7-point lead of the match. Trying to get over that hump. Here's a bad pass, hit at the net, and off. Nope, into the net was Telluride. Trying to save it was Wontrowski at the net here on the right side. And as she tried to tap it across, she touched the net. So it's 19-11. Resurrection 6 points away from a game 1 victory. Here's the bump. And they'll tap it over. Another free opportunity for Resurrection. Just not getting enough swings as Telluride right now. And a ball rolls onto the court from another venue. And we'll stop play and we'll reserve. And back to reserve is Madison Webb, the sophomore setter for the 5-1 offense of Caleb Howard. Resurrection Christian leading 9-11 here on CHSAA TV and the 2A state volleyball coverage. Flipped across, and they say it was caught. Two-handed across. And it's 20-11. Illegal touch. 9-point lead as Resurrection Christian starting to pull away here in game one. Here's a back set. Flat hit over, dug out by Resurrection. They'll set Linneman. Preston, who already with 7 kills in the first game, is dug out by Telluride. They'll try to tap it, and the tap is not enough to get over the net by Scout Franklin. And a 10-point lead now for the Cougars. Well, they're showing that they did play some awesome competition. There are 6 losses against all teams that are in the 2A or 3A state tournament here in Denver. Here's a big swing by Franklin, blocked at the net by Linneman. Linneman touches it and puts it down for another point. Preston Linneman is all over the court, and a timeout on the court taken by Telluride with an 11-point lead in game one for Resurrection Christian. Our second match here in the 2A state tournament will consist of Rye and Byers. Then Lutheran will play Telluride again. Akron will take on Byers in match 4. Swink and Sangre de Cristo from Pool 2 will play it later this afternoon. Simla and Yuma, undefeated Simla plays Yuma later. Paonia and Sangre de Cristo. And then match number 8, our final one of the night, will be Fowler and Yuma. And we'll start things up again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock right here on CHSAA TV. This is the state volleyball tournament on CHSAA.tv. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. The other matches right now, it's Eads leading Dove Creek in game 1, 22-13. They've already moved on to game number 2 in the 5A court. Can't see the 4A score from here. And in 3A right now, Manitou Springs leads Holy Family 18-15. And here's a little soft serve, dug out at the net, tapped back over by Resurrection Christian. Telluride tries to hit it into the back row, dug out. Here's a big hit at the net, blocked at the net. Resurrection Christian with another opportunity after the block, and Linneman floats it into the back corner and finds the spot. Boy, she can't do nothing wrong, folks. Preston Linneman just floated that return into the back row, kind of shoot-setted it into the back row, around and over the defense, and found the deep back corner. 23-11, Resurrection Christian the lead here in game 1. Here's the set for Telluride. No big hit. Dug out again. Another opportunity for Resurrection Christian on a big hit. And the Miners will dig it out. Scout Franklin was underneath it too much, and she barely got a piece of it. And a point for the Cougars, and 1 point away from game 1. (24-11). Here's the serve for Resurrection Christian with the 13-point lead and trying to end it. Here's the hit. And it goes off the back row. Good hit by Shelby Breyer, a senior for this Telluride squad. She gets the kill and the point for Telluride, and it's 25-12, and they get the serve back. Breyer's got an ace and a kill here in this match. It's about the only thing, unfortunately, for the Miners that is going on. There's a big hit and down the line for Preston Linneman again. She has been huge today. 8 kills for Preston Linneman in game 1, and game 1 is done. Resurrection Christian wins game 1, 25-12. RC over Telluride. We take a 3-minute timeout. We come back. Game 2 will start. Resurrection Christian leads the best of 5. 1 game to none here at the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA.tv. We start game number 2. Telluride will be on serve. Resurrection Christian won game number 1 here in the Stillway State Final first match, 25-12. Here comes the serve, and here comes Linneman with a big hit cross court, and it goes out of bounds, no touch, and Telluride gets the first point of game 1 just like they did, or game 2 just like they did in game 1. Keene will be on serve. Aaron Keene on serve as they bump it up front to the Cougars. And now slam dinked over, dug out by Resurrection Christian, and the opportunity. Here's Madison Webb setting up. Telluride digs it out. Now here comes big Scott Franklin with a big hit. Scout Franklin gets the kill. And Telluride has their first big lead of the match. They did not have a lead more than 1 in the first game, and they're up 2-0 here in game 2 after losing 25-12 in game 1, with Preston Linneman dominating with 8 kills in that first game. And the serve by Keene is into the net. Point for Resurrection at a 2-1 lead as Resurrection will be on serve. 2A volleyball here on CHSAA.tv along with all the other classifications. Just depends on what you want to watch. Here comes a serve from Abby Skipworth. Dug out in the back row by Telluride. Hitting off the line is number 3. That was Wontrowski. Back to the Resurrection Christian side. Leading it 2-1 is Telluride, and there it finds an open spot. That's number 10, Jennifer Lohr. Didn't hit it hard, but found the opening. And it's a 2-2 tie. Lohr gets the kill. Here comes the serve from Madison Webb. And the hit is into the bottom of the net for Telluride. Just struggling to get some offense going as Wobtrowski hits into the bottom of the net. Resurrection Christian down 2-0, comes back and takes a 3-2 lead here in game number 2 after they won the opener 25-12. Here's the pass up front, tipped over and dinked over nicely by number 9, Carson Brumley for the Miners. So the game is tied at 3. And it'll be the Miners on serve. No. They're giving it back to Resurrection Christian. So the point goes to Resurrection Christian 4-2. They say she hit it with her palm instead of tipping it over, says the chair official. And it's 4-2 Resurrection Christian instead of a 3-3 tie. And Madison Webb will have the serve. And she tries to go to the back corner, and the serve is long and out of bounds. It'll be 4-3 on the miss serve. 4-3 Resurrection Christian by 1. Game number 2. The 2A State Volleyball Championships here at the Denver Coliseum. First of 8 matches today. Here's the jump floater serve. Bumped in the air by Preston Linneman. They'll set the far side. Blocked at the net beautifully. Pounded down to the ground. Scout Franklin. How do you do? She rams it home right in the center of the court. That's the biggest hit she's had today. Her first kill of game 2, and it's a tie at 4-4. Here's the jump serve. Here's the big hit by Linneman, blocked at the net. Madison Webb, far side, sets up. It's blocked right back into the hands, and catching it is Jennifer Lohr. And another point for Telluride, and they have found the blocking game here in game 2, and they lead it 5-4. Another jump serve opportunity coming up for Morgan Mackey. Here's Webb, hit by Linneman, dug out, back row by Telluride. Telluride sets the front, punched over by Franklin. Here comes Linneman down the far side, and it goes out of bounds, and another point for the Miners. So Telluride retakes the lead, or continues to work on their lead now. It's 6-4. They had a 2-0 lead here to start game 2, and now it's up to 6-4, and another jump serve for Morgan Mackey. Here's the set far side, another miss hit by Jennifer Lohr, who got under it. And pops it over the head of everybody into the netting. And it's 7-4 in favor of Telluride. Mackey with another jump serve deep in the back row. Pass up front. Here's the far side hit. Coming and running and pounding it down is Linneman. Her first kill of game 2 after having 8 in game 1. And it's a 7-5 game 2 score. Resurrection Christian will have the serve. This will be Madison Webb. Before her was Abby Skipworth. This is Madison Webb, number 9 on the serve. Here's the set, and it's punched over. Dug out. Far side for Linneman again. Linneman goes long. No deflection, and out of bounds. Well, she couldn't miss in the first game, and now game 2 she's missing long. And it's a 8-5 game 2 lead for Telluride. Here's the punch up front on the pass. It'll be a free ball opportunity. Blocked at the net. Franklin's getting set up. She's off the net. Fist it back into the back row, but somebody palmed it, and it'll be a point for Resurrection Christian and the serve. It's 8-6. On serve, back row left is Preston Linneman. Telluride the lead in game 2. Resurrection won game 1, 25-12. Here at the 2A State Volleyball Championships at the Coliseum. Telluride will bump it. They'll hit it into the back row. Passed up front right. Now set to the middle. Our far side, big hit, and down it goes for number 3, Riley Linneman. She'll get the kill in the point. It's Riley's first kill here in game number 2. Sister has another one, adding to her collection of now 9 in 2 games. And the serve by Preston Linneman into the net. Point Telluride and the serve, and they now lead it 9-7. Stepping back behind the line in front of the official here on the right side is Brumley, and the punch back over by Telluride, bumped back over by Resurrection Christian. Here's Brumley setting up the middle. Wontrowski the set, dug out by Resurrection Christian into their bench area as the pass was intended here on the near side for number 6. That's a new face in the lineup. Michaela Baylor, number 6, a junior. And timeout Resurrection Christian. Caleb Howard doesn't like what's going on down on the court. Biggest lead of the match thus far for Telluride after they got beat 25-12 in game 1. They now have a 3-point cushion here in game 2 at 10-7. Our game matches and the state tournament coverage on CHSAA.tv is brought to you by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. They'll be there for you when you buy that first car, the day when your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. They'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. It's Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. Volleyball coverage is also presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique opportunities and greater life choices, it's collegeincolorado.org. Can you help your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future? Check them out at collegeincolorado.org. Our second match will consist of the team from Rye out of the Santa Fe League, the number 5 seed out of Pool 4, and they will take on Byers, the number 9 seed in the tournament, and they are also in Pool 4. Rye and Byers, our next match after this one. Here's the bump up front. Here's the set at the net, tapped over. Trying to dig it out is Telluride, and they're not able to do it. Good job on the hit on the far side for number 3, Riley Linneman, who gets another kill. Nope, they say it was a miss hit and into the net, so it's 11-7. My bad, Telluride gets the point and the serve. And the hit and put away for number 4 for Resurrection Christian. Darcy Boulders is senior into the match for the first time. And Boulders gets the kill. Baylor comes out of the match for Resurrection. Jennifer Lohr on the serve. Here's the set. Big hit. Blocked at the net. Bumped off the block. And into the net was Resurrection Christian on the block, says the down official on the floor. And a point for Telluride, and they're back up 4 at 12-8. Maroon uniforms for the Miners. Serve for Shelby Breyer, and the serve on the return is into the net. Another point for Telluride, and it's 13-8 in favor of the Miners. And now some of that senior experience starting to shine through. Here comes Breyer again. Good, strong serve, deep back corner. Bump pass to the left side. Off the block, dug out. Here comes the set to the middle. Big time hit. Down the back row, bumped out, passed into the back row. Back bump to the front, and it's a free ball coming up for Telluride. 13-8, Miners of the lead over the Cougars of Resurrection Christian. And too many hits on Telluride, and a point for Resurrection. 13-9 is the lead for Telluride. And now the serve for Mackenzie Richardson, who comes in off the bench, replacing Darcy Boulders. Richardson, a senior, likewise for this relatively young Resurrection Christian squad. Here's the bump. Big punch across, dug out by Resurrection. Here's the jump set on the far side. Good hit by Linneman, but dug out. Now Telluride with an opportunity and a flat hit for Morgan Mackey. Goes into the back corner, into the open spot. Another point for Telluride, and everything they are doing here in Game 2 seems to be going their way, much like Resurrection Christian when everything went right for them in Game 1. In case you just joined us, Resurrection won Game 1, 25-12. Telluride the lead in Game 2 as the ball goes off the block, dug out by the Miners. Here comes Mackey, blocked at the net. Retrieve, here's the set, punched, blocked down again by Morgan Mackey. Mackey part of that double block just before she got the point there on a solo block. And the Miners now lead it 15-9 in game number 2. Linneman with the pass to Webb. Big hit. Bumped up. Save for Telluride and a free ball opportunity. Great dig here on the near side. Here's another big hit. Going strong to the net was Madison Webb, the setter, and she was turning into a hitter that time. Here's Mackey off the block. Back to the Telluride side and down. Aaron Keene gets the kill. And a timeout on the court called by Resurrection Christian. Right now, everything going the way of the Miners. We'll take a break. It's 16-9. You're listening to the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA.tv. We come back to the Denver Coliseum. I'm Corey Ellen Ford, along with my cameraman, Eric Tolis, and my wife, April. Behind the scenes here on CHSAA.television, Telluride the lead after the timeout by Resurrection Christian. The Miners with the lead after losing game 1 big, and another block at the net by Telluride, and another point, and their blocking game has flourished here in game 2. Mackey is all over the net for Telluride and blocking everything in sight. And they lead it now 17-9. Here's Linneman. The bump set to Webb. Dug out back row Telluride. Their defense is really shored up. Here's Mackey off the double block. Dug out back row by Resurrection. They'll set up far side. Down the line and good. With a hit for number 3 from Resurrection Christian. That's Riley Linneman. Big time hit for her on the far side of the court and down the line. So Riley gets her second kill here in game 2. And after the block fest for Telluride, it seemed like for 3 or 4 points. Here's the Cougars coming back down 7. Here's the serve. Set to the middle. Running flat hit dug out by Telluride. Here's Preston Linneman off the block and good with her kill. Now with 2 in game 2 and E10 on the match after getting a game high 8 in the first game. And it's 17-11. Here comes the jump floater serve by Riley Linneman. Bad pass, dug out. They'll have to bump it over. Free ball opportunity for the Cougs. Chance to cut it to 5. Here comes Preston Linneman again. Big hit, sliding dig. Great dig there by Scout Franklin. Telluride keeps it, bumps it back over onto the Resurrection Christian side. Here's Webb setting up. Big hit taken by Abby Skipworth, dug out. Back to the Christian side. Here come the Cougars. Cross-court hit for Linneman is wide. She tried a tough angle from the left high to the right front, and it went out of bounds. Very tough angle to try to score a point. It goes out of bounds, and it's 18-11. Telluride the lead and the serve. Here comes the set. Linneman flat hits it over and bumps it right in front of the back row, sliding and diving for it. Was Shelby Breyer, but not able to get to it. Scout Franklin had that serve. And on the point it goes 18-12 back the other way. And the serve into the net. It should be 19-12, I believe. I guess not. Serve into the net. Telluride with an 18-12 lead. On the serve will be Morgan Mackey, a senior middle hitter. She has a jump serve, and it's a floater back row. Bumped up to the front. Here's Webb off the net for Linneman. Linneman's blocked at the net on the point. Linneman gets credit with a kill. And now it did change to the 19-12, and now it's 19-13, so we're back on track. Sometimes you're right, Corey. The wife doesn't think so, but 19-13 is the serve for Resurrection. Madison Webb on the serve. Here's the backside at the net. They'll try to float it over, and they do. Right down the line on the front right to the front left in front of Preston Linneman. Great little dink for number 7, Shelby Breyer. And it's 20-13, 5 points away from game number 2 for Telluride. Here's the serve. It hits the net, down, bumping, and an illegal hit. Point on a very tough serve for Telluride, and it's 21-13. Another short serve. On her knees to dig it out is Resurrection Christian. Linneman with a big hit. Goes over the top of the blockers and out of bounds. Another point for the Miners, and they're up 9 at 22-13. Well, Resurrection won the first 25-12, and now Telluride trying to put a hurting on here in game 2, and a movement violation, rotation violation called on Resurrection Christian in a point, and it's 23-13. Miners 2 points away from a game 2 victory and a tie of the match at 1-1. Here's the bump by Lohr and the punch over, dug out by Telluride. Chance for the score right here. Here's a shoot set at the net, dinked over, dug out by Resurrection Christian. They'll shoot it over, dug out, punched over now by Telluride. Back to the Cougars for a third try. Here comes Linneman down the far side, long with the hit again. Boy, Preston was right on in game 1, and she's been long all game here in game 2, and it's 24-13. Telluride taking advantage of all kind of unforced errors by Resurrection Christian. Floater serve, ace serve in a game for Telluride. So we will go 4 games at least. Telluride wins game 2. After Resurrection won game 1, 25-13. Miners over the Cougars in game 2. Game 3 comes your way from the 2A State Volleyball Championships here at the Denver Coliseum in 3 minutes. You're listening to state tournament coverage on CHSAA.tv. We're ready for game 3 here at the 2A State Volleyball Championships. I'm Corey Ellen Ford, your 2A State Volleyball announcer here. High in the catbird seat where the CHL Denver Cutthroats radio team sits for their hockey games here at the Denver Coliseum. Yes, there is hockey going on. The National Hockey League might be shut down, but there is hockey in Denver, the new Cutthroats. The hockey arena, though, taken over by volleyball courts, 5 of them today. We go into game 3 between Telluride and Resurrection Christian. It's 1-1. Christian on the serve. And the return by Telluride. And down it goes. Telluride for the 3rd straight game starts off with a 1-0 lead. And into serve is number 4, Ryan Nieberge. Nieberge's a senior, wears the number 4 on her maroon and white Telluride minor uniform. Floater serve back row, bumped up front. Here's Webb the set for Linneman. Big hit, dug out. Preston with 8 kills in the first game, only 2 in the second, and a net violation is the call on Resurrection Christian, and it's 2-0 Telluride. They are killing themselves with their own mistakes, and we did say they were a young team with 3 sophomores, a freshman, and 2 seniors. Big hit, though, by Skipworth there. She pounds it straight down from the right front and gets her first kill of the afternoon. Or the morning, that is, and it's 2-1. I won't be able to tell you if it's afternoon or night later on as this game match goes on and this day goes on. Here's the serve from Resurrection Christian. Bumped down into the back row. And tapped over by Linneman. Dug out on the knees for the Miners. They'll set the middle. Mackey with the kill, and it goes off a block. No. Telluride's coach, Fonda Rogers, wants it off the... Yes, it is. It is off. No, it's not. Well, the ball would be back to the other side, and here comes the hit for Resurrection Christian, and it's a service ace. And right like that, from 2-0 to 3-2 in favor of Resurrection Christian. They've come back to take a 1-point lead. They have the serve. Floater serve bumped up in the back. Here's the set off the net. Mackey will float it over. Nope, they caught it. Illegal hit on the Telluride side, and it's 4-2. And the serve's just dominating right now as Resurrection Christian able to take advantage of it. Here's the set for Linneman, blocked at the net by Telluride. Bumped at the net, tapped over by Webb. Battle for it, a joust. Knocked over on the Telluride side. And another illegal hit by Telluride, called by the floor official. And it's 5-2 Resurrection Christian pulling away. Here's the jump serve and another ace. McKenna Brumley on the serve. And it's 6-2 and Telluride calls a timeout. Timeout in game 3. Resurrection the Christian lead 6-2 after the 2 teams split the first 2 matches. Back in 1 minute. This is the State Volleyball Championships from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. We come back to action here in game number 3. Resurrection Christian on the serve. Brumley bumps it up front. Here's Madison Webb setting the front of the net, and the ball comes from the court of Class 5A on the far side between Chatfield and Highlands Ranch, and we'll replay it. McKenna Brumley on the serve, wearing the white libero uniform. And it's a good serve again. Tough one to retrieve for Telluride, a free ball opportunity. Here's the bump. Here's the set. Here's the smash and kill for Linneman. That's how you set up. That's volleyball 101 right there. Pass, set, and smash. And Linneman gets her 11th kill of the morning in 3 games. Her first here in game 2. And another ace serve for Brumley. And it's 8-2 Resurrection Christian. After trailing 2-0, they've scored 8 in a row. Here in game 3, the match is tied at 1 game all. Telluride won game 2, 25-13. Here's the hit long by Scout Franklin. And it's 9-2, 9 points in a row for the Cougars. Brumley with another good cross serve. Passes over the top and long, and missing the opportunity to put it down was number 10 for Resurrection Christian, Jennifer Lohr. She had the pass on the overpass from the back row. Not able to do it. The Miners get it back, and now their chance to cut into this lead. 9-3 is the score, and here's Mackey on the serve. Bumps it up front. Madison Webb too close to the net for Linneman, so she had to stop her approach and tried to tip it over. And now the Telluride Miners have a chance. They'll set the far side. Tapped over, and a net violation called on Resurrection Christian. 9-4 is our score. Number 9, the setter Madison Webb into the net. The sophomore for Coach Caleb Howard and the Cougars. Here's the bump. Here's the set. Down the line goes Preston Linneman. Bumped out to the back row. Back set in the front. Franklin taps it across. Linneman will tap it in. Sliding dig into the back row for Telluride. 9-4 our score. Resurrection by 5. Here's the set. Linneman again. Big hit and then down. Preston Linneman putting on a display of how to pound the ball in game 1 and now starting here in game 2, and it's 10-4. Her second kill. And Resurrection on the serve. Servers for Madison Webb. And it's punched across the line and down. Good hit there for number 3. Morgan, check that is Wontrowski for Telluride, and it's 10-5. She'll get the kill. And the serve for the Miners. 10-5, game number 3. Resurrection won game 1, 25-12. Ball rolls onto the court from Class 5A. Reserve coming up. Telluride won game 2 thanks to some great blocks by Mackey, who was dominating the net, 25-13. But great serves by Balkind. Michaela Balkind. And it got Resurrection with a big lead. 9 straight points after down 2-0. And now a miss hit by Resurrection, and it's 10-6, and here comes Telluride. Climbing the mountain. The serve put over by Womtrowski. Punched at the net, blocked at the net, bumped back onto the Resurrection Christian side. Webb will set back behind her. The hit was taken by Darcy Boulders, and back to Telluride, who puts it down on the Resurrection Christian side. 15 with the kill this time. That's Erin Keene. 10-7. Wontrowski, the senior. Floater serve. Bumped up front. Here's Webb, back setting Linneman. Off the block and good. Linneman with another kill. Wasn't dramatic that time, just went right off the block, hit it nice and softly. They tried to double block her up at the net on the front right side. Preston has her third kill here in game number 3. She had 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 here, 13 in the match. And a cross-court service ace for Linneman as a no return by Telluride as it goes into the netting. (12-7) in favor of Resurrection. Linneman here to our right side. Cross-court, hard serve, bumped up in the air. Here's the pass, here's the set. They'll tap it over, and a lift is called. Another point for Resurrection, 13-7 in game 3. Usually game 3 in any volleyball match is the deciding turn of the twist. We'll see if that's the case here. Bumped up, dinked over, dug out by Resurrection. Free ball and the hit, miss hit by Lohr, dug out by Telluride. They'll hit on the far side, dug out by the Cougars. And now here comes the running approach. Bumped back onto this Resurrection Christian side by the Telluride bad pass. Another big hit, back row and too far. Free swinging was number 3, Riley Linneman. And just hit it too far and long, and it's 13-8. Telluride with the point and the serve on the miss hit. Far corner and spinning it on her finger is Scout Franklin. Resurrection on the bump, the pass, the set, and the light tip over, dug out by Telluride. Back row hitting is Franklin from behind the line, and she gets the kill into the back row on the Resurrection Christian side. Franklin was the server and has to stay behind that line. Nonetheless, got enough a hit on it and fooled Resurrection Christian and dropped it in front of him. It's 13-9. Here's a strong serve. The overpass and out of bounds on the return from Preston Linneman. 13-10. Franklin still on serve. Match is tied 1 game all here in the first match of the 2A state tournament. It's bumped up to the middle. Here's the hit dug out by Telluride, and they'll have the opportunity. They set the middle, tap it over, sliding dig, and out of position was Linneman. It goes off her out of bounds, and it's 13-11. They had a 9-2 lead, Resurrection, scoring 9 straight points after Telluride led 2-0. And now they've scored 4 in a row from 13-7 to make it 13-11, and another ace on the serve for Franklin. And it's 13-12 in timeout, Resurrection Christian. That's 5 in a row for the Miners, and it's 13-12 in game number 3. Resurrection leads by 1. The match is tied 1-1 when we come back in 1 minute to the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA.tv. We come back for the continuation of game number 3. I'm Corey Ellen Ford along with Eric Tolis, our cameraman, and my wife April on the graphics and engineering. 13-12, the lead for Resurrection as Scout Franklin after the timeout serves it long. They had 5 in a row to cut the lead from 13-7 to 13-12. It's now 14-12 Resurrection here in game 3. And number 10 will be on the serve. That's Jennifer Lohr. She's a sophomore. She'll stop and hit it into the back row. It's bumped up front. The set by Wontrowski, and it's too close to the net on the attempt. The swing was taken by 15, Aaron Keene, but Keene just could not get it over the net, and the point goes to the Cougars, 15-12. Byers and Rye coming up in match 2. Here comes Lohr, cross court, great serve, dug out. Set the net, punched over, walking the line and not called. Here's the opportunity for Resurrection. It's dug out on the Telluride side. Little shoot set across the net. They want to lift. They don't get it. Here's Resurrection Christian able to get it back to the Telluride side. Here's the set at the net by Wontrowski. Dug out by, after Breyer's hit, dug out by Resurrection Christian. We'll go for the 5th time to see who will get this point. 15-12. Here's the punch over. Now for a 6th time. Here's the set. Big hit by Skipworth and finds the open spot on the court. Skipworth's 2nd kill in this game. And the point for the Cougars, and it's 16-12. This is the point that both teams have started to pull away. Resurrection Christian in game 1 when they won 25-12. Telluride when they won game 2, 25-13. It's 16-12. Here's the cross-court hit, bumped up by Preston Linneman. They'll set the front part of the net down the line, and it's long. The hit taken by Riley Linneman from her sister on the pass. And it's 16-13. Telluride will have the serve. And the serve from Shelby Breyer. Pass is too far and over the top of the net. Violation is called on Resurrection Christian. The setter, Webb, had her hand way over the top onto their side. And a violation gives it back to Telluride at 16-14. Here's Webb, setting, running, smashing at Skipworth. Boy, when Abby Skipworth gets a jump and a running start, she just absolutely clobbers the ball. And the kill for her is her third. And it's 17-14. And here comes Mackenzie Richardson into the match for Resurrection Christian. 17-14 Cougars here in our first match of the day at the 2A volleyball tournament. Ball floats in from the Class 5A side, where Chatfield has a 2-0 lead over Highlands Ranch, with Highlands Ranch winning 22-19 in Game 3 over there. Eads and Dove Creek in 1A are tied at 1. Manitou and Holy Family are tied at 1 in 3A as the serve from Resurrection goes way out of bounds. Point for Telluride, and it's 17-15, and they'll have the serve. It's 2-0 on the far side but in the 4A match, and I can't tell you what team. It's just too far for this old man's eyes. Here's Skipworth with a big hit. Into the net is Skipworth for Resurrection Christian. Point for Telluride, and it's a 1-point game, 17-16. Here come the Miners chipping away at the mistakes by the young Cougars. Here comes the serve from Carson Brumley. Here's the set. Blocked at the net and down. Point for Telluride. Nope, my bad. They did not get the block and down. They said it was over onto the Telluride side, or was there a net violation? Well, nonetheless, they gave the ball back to Resurrection Christian, and it's 18-16. Jump serve and a point. Franklin not able to get under it to try to bump it up. Ace serve for Riley Linneman. 19-16. And a serve for Linneman. Here's the swing pass. Set the middle. Mackey with the hit. And it goes long. And Resurrection now up 4, 5 points away from winning Game 3. And a timeout on the court called by Telluride. Game 3 now leaning the way of the Cougars from Loveland. They lead at 20-16 in Game 3. We come back with more from the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA.tv in a moment. We return back to the Denver Coliseum. I'm Corey Ellen Ford for you on CHSAA TV and the 2A State Volleyball Championships. The serve for Resurrection Christian with a lead of 4, 20-16, and Mackey floats it over and finds the line on the far side. Morgan Mackey, kind of like a chip shot in golf, and chips it over. And it finds a spot, and it's 20-17. Into serve is Ryan Nieberge for Telluride, and blocked at the net and out of bounds. Franklin went up for the block on the Skipworth attempt. Skipworth gets the kill as the block goes out. She'll come out of the match as Balkine will come in. She was instrumental in a 9-0 run, and another ace serve for her. (22-17). Resurrection Christian trying to go up 2-1 here in our match. The pass at the net and over past the setter, and it goes off the top of the net and down. Another misplay by Telluride, and a 23-17 lead for Resurrection Christian. Another good serve, bumped up front. Finally gets it to the setter, but the setter knocks it over and smashed down by the two hands of Lohr and Skipworth. Resurrection Christian another point, and another overpass by the Telluride defense. 24-17, and here's the serve to win it, and it's on the line and in, and there's the game. 25-17, Resurrection Christian gets game number 3. And they now lead the match 2-1 after winning game 1 and now game 3. It was the closest of the 3 thus far, 25-17. We'll take a break. Game 4 could be the decider for the Cougars. The Miners need it to force a game 5. When we come back to the 2A State Volleyball Championships, this is the state tournament from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. We come back to the Denver Coliseum. Telluride will have the serve in game 4. They trail 2-1. Resurrection Christian of Loveland got the victory in game 3, 25-17. They won game 1, 25-12, while Telluride won game 2, 25-13. And I apologize for the Resurrection Christian fans. I've been saying Balkine has been the server for Resurrection, and she actually plays on Telluride as Skipwork gets the set and bumps it out of bounds. And for the 4th straight game, Telluride leads 1-0. It's been 21 is on the serve, and I do not have 21's number for Resurrection Christian, and I do apologize, but she is doing a phenomenal job on the serve. She had a number of points when there was 2-0. She scored 9 straight points, and a few of those on a serve ace, and there she goes again. She ended the last game on a service ace, had 2 of the last 3 points as service aces, and she's on fire again. And I apologize for not knowing who she is because I do not have her on the roster in front of me number-wise. And did not get told who it was at the beginning, so that's my bad. Nonetheless, she's dominant right now on the serve, and a great block at the net by Scout Franklin. Scout Franklin gets the block and the put down for Telluride, and the Miners have the lead here early in game 4. They have to win this to force a game 5, which would then go up to 15 to see who would win the match. Right now, Resurrection Christian down 2-1, and here comes the set, far side. Lohr goes off the block and down. Jennifer Lohr, the sophomore. She's had a couple of kills in each of the games. And Resurrection Christian with a 3-1 lead. 3-1 Resurrection Christian. Here's the serve for Madison Webb, the setter. Bumped up by Telluride. Flat hit into the open space, right over the blockers, and a point for Telluride, and it's 3-2. Just a nice little soft touch right over the top of the blockers and down. And Telluride makes it a 1-point game at 3-2. We're in game 4, 2-1 the lead for Resurrection. Coming up next is Rye and Byers. Here's the bump onto the Telluride side. They'll push it over off the block. Lord tried to get it for a 4th time. Does the splits on the court. Not able to get it. Knocked it out of bounds, and it's a put down for Telluride and a point. We're tied at 3-3. Three is our score. Here's the floater serve. Bumped up. Back set at the net. Linneman goes off a double block. Bumped into the back row. Telluride with a back bump, and they'll free ball it over. Free ball opportunity for Resurrection Christian. Set the middle. Lure pumped up in the hand on the palm of Breyer. Here's Webb at the net. Back sets Darcy Boulders. Telluride with a big hit at the net by Scout Franklin. Dug out by Resurrection Christian. They have it back to their side of the net. Now it's over the top of the net. Back to the Cougars side. Bumped into the back row for Telluride. Another free ball opportunity for the Cougars. They'll set the middle. The hit is by Boulders. Sliding pancake dig in the back row by Keene. Here comes the hit by Linneman, and it goes off the front row and down. 7 times the ball went back and forth. Finally a point for Resurrection. And Preston Linneman gets another kill. She had 8 kills in game 1, 2 in game 2, and 3 in game 3. Now 14 in the match thus far for Resurrection. They lead it 4-3. Here's the push at the net, tapped over and down by Franklin. Franklin just dinked it over the top of the block, and the match game is tied here in game 4 at 4-4. Franklin starting to assert herself. Her name a couple of times here on the scoring page, and now with the serve. Good hard serve. Good nice dig by Lowe down on the floor. Here's the hit by Riley Linneman. Dug out by Telluride. Back row. Big hit. And it will go down and out. Sliding dig in the back row attempted by Michaela Baylor, who's in the match for Resurrection. And the hit put down for number 3, Wobtrowski for Telluride, and they lead 5-4 on serve. Serve was for Franklin. Here's the set, block off the net and down. Boy, she tried to cut it at the net, sliding over from the right to go to the left, and it goes right off the inside hands of the block for Telluride, and the game is tied at 5-5 in game 4. Boulders back in here on the right side front for Resurrection, as on serve is Jennifer Lohr. Lohr deep in the back corner. Scout Franklin bumps it up. Here's the pass too far. Resurrection with a free ball opportunity. The set is for Skipworth, and she goes off the front. Blockers in down. She's made a presence in the last 2 games with 3 kills in the last game, and now 1 here in game 4, and it's 6-5 Cougars. Here comes Jennifer Lohr again on the serve. A lot of spin and rotation on it. Bumped up to the front row. Here's the set by Wobtrowski. Dug out in the back row by Resurrection. Back set. Hit by number 4, and that's Boulders. Dug out. Blocked at the net by Boulders and Skipworth. Telluride blocked this time by the Cougars, and they haven't had many of those today, but this time they're able to come through with it. Darcy Boulders, a senior. Jennifer Lohr, the sophomore, with a double block. Or Skipworth, that is. Abby Skipworth, the freshman. And it's a point for Resurrection. They lead it 7-5. And another block at the net. Out of bounds it goes. Skipworth with another kill. Off the block of Telluride, and it's 8-5. And Skipworth with a couple of kills here in game 4. Jennifer Lohr, another good serve, and not able to dig it out is Telluride. Trying to and not able to are the Miners. That'll go for an ace for Lohr. 9-5, Resurrection Christian the lead by 4. Big cheering section of blue and white down near the floor. Tipped over and down for 15. That would be Erin Keene for Telluride. She'll get the touch dink and the point for Telluride. 9-6 in game 4. Serve upcoming for Webtrowski. Here's Webb. She'll set. Not a great hit taken that time by Skipworth. And here's Telluride's opportunity. Dug out in the back row. Here comes another shot and attempt for Riley Linneman, dug out by the Miners, and a big hit blocked at the net by Boulders, but out of bounds. Morgan Mackey took the swing from the left front. Boulders was there, but blocked it out of bounds on the solo attempt. Well, Mackey get credit with the kill. That's 9-7. Resurrection in game 4. They lead it 2-1. Here's a hit by Skipworth, dug out in the back row by Telluride. Mackey cross court, back, out of bounds. 10 serving 7. Checking in is Mackenzie Richardson, a senior. She'll go back to serve. She's been kind of a designated server. Her and Boulders have been interchanging on the rotation. Telluride with the short set. At the net, punched over by Webb, dug out by Telluride. Here's Webb, jump setting, hitting, Skipworth, dug out back row by Telluride. They'll punch it over, free ball opportunity coming here. Here's the set off the net, hit by Riley Kinnaman. Dug out and swung across and out of bounds on Telluride. 11-7. And we've got a timeout on the court. Telluride's coach, Fonda Rogers, did not like that swing at all by Scout Franklin. She kind of swung it over with some attitude, and the ball went curving out of bounds. 1 minute timeout. We're in game 4. Resurrection Christian leads the match 2-1. It's 11-7 in favor of the Cougars on CHSAA.tv in the 2A State Volleyball Championships. Two A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA.tv. I'm Corey Ellen Ford. High above the Denver Coliseum in the Denver Cutthroats hockey radio seats as we broadcast the action. It's 11-7. Resurrection Christian the lead by 4, leading at 2-1. And there's a hit into the back row. It goes off and out of bounds over the top of the Telluride defense. And it's 11-8 after the timeout call by the Miners and head coach Fonda Rogers. Telluride 18-6 on the season. Resurrection also 18-6 coming in. Here's the set. Skipworth into the block, actually into the net, hits it short. That's 11-9. Here comes the floater serve. Tapped into the air. Resurrection will flat hit it over. Dug out by Scout Franklin. Here comes Mackey with a hit, dug out by Resurrection Christian in the back row. Skipworth tries to go short side, says off a tip. Yes, says the floor official. Tip, Resurrection Christian side, and Skipworth with a third kill here in game 4. (12-9) for the Cougars. Here comes the serve from Riley Linneman, a jump serve. Franklin passes it up front, the back set. The hit by Keene, dug out, and here comes a cross-court hit by Preston Linneman, and she continues to do what she's done all day. Get kills. She has her second here, her 15th of the match. And Resurrection's building their lead at 13-9 as they're starting to smell it. They lead 2-1 here in the best of 5, and it goes off the block. Linneman and Skipworth trying to block on the far side. Keene was able to punch it across as they played off the net and gets it go off their hands out of bounds and a point for Telluride, and now it's a 3-point game. And the Miners have the serve. Bumped into the back row. Kinnaman up to the center, and Skipworth is way behind on the hit. Hits it into the net, almost under the net, and it's 13-11. Ryan Nieberge on the serve for Telluride. That ball was out of bounds on the bump from the back row, but nonetheless does it. Linneman with a big hit. Oh, look out. Nieberg almost went into her own bench here on the near side. Another kill for Preston Linneman. 14-11. In favor of Resurrection Christian. Still don't know who 21 is, and here comes the serve from her. She's back to serving. She's been dynamite up there and has been key in this match. Franklin with a big hit. She leads the Telluride team at hits with 95 kills on the season coming in. She's the big swinger up there, and Mackey hits the net. 4 hits now on Telluride and a point for Resurrection. 15-11. Cougars with the lead for Caleb Howard. They won the Mile High League with a 9-0 record over 2-game victory in conference play over Day Spring Christian. They have an opportunity here after the bump by Telluride. Big hit by Linneman. Oh my, did she thunder that one down the line. Linneman's 4th kill of this game, and now 17 on the match. Preston Linneman, just a sophomore, stepping up very large for Resurrection Christian. They lead it 16-11, and a block at the net by Lauren Skipworth. 17-11 Cougars. And they can cinch 25 as they continue to play well. Here comes another serve off the top of the tape. Sliding dig by Franklin, tapped at the net. Linneman with another swing. It goes up the arm of the Telluride defender, and she'll get credit with another kill. 5 kills now in this game. She had 8 in game 1. 18 on the match, and it's 18-11 Resurrection Christian, and Telluride calls timeout. Again, we thank College in Colorado, Adams State University, and Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. People count on Farm Bureau Insurance for quality products, fast, fair claim service, and insurance coverage that makes sense. That means you get the protection you need along with some of the best discounts available. People from every walk of life depend on Farm Bureau Insurance, and you can too. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, get real coverage. Coming up next will be Rye and Byers. They are out of a different pool. Resurrection and Telluride are part of Pool 1 that also has Lutheran, the undefeated Lutheran team. Pool number 4 steps on the court next. That'll be Akron, Rye, and Byers. And Rye and Byers, the 5 and 9 seeds in the tournament, will go at it in match number 2 here. No court has finished as of yet. As we're back to action here, 18-11. Telluride saves it. It's going to be a free ball opportunity. Chance for the point here for the Miners. They'll set the middle. Jennifer Lohr goes off the front block. Bumped up by Telluride and punched over. Another chance for the Cougars. Here's Linneman. Big hit and the kill. Preston Linneman. 6 kills in game 4. 19-11. 19 for the match. Dominating performance from the sophomore. Here's the serve, and it's short into the net. And it's 19-12. So Telluride, who started this off with a 4th straight time, they've started with a 1-0 lead. Got it within 1, but just have not been able to get over the hump here in game 4 after playing really well in game 2. Resurrection with the attempt here, and Lohr is way underneath it and barely hits it into the net. It's 19-13. Morgan Mackey will do the serving for Telluride from right to left on your television or your video monitor, computer monitor, whatever it may be. Here's Mackey. Webb, Linneman, big hit, back row, off the defender, and another kill and a point for Resurrection Christian, her 7th kill of game 4. (20-13) Cougars. Here's Webb on the serve. Telluride sets the front. Great sliding dig. Bump it up front. Here's the set. Linneman taps it over the block and down. Well, she knows she's the killer on the team. No pun there. She's been killing everything in sight and putting it down. This time goes right over the top of the block and down, and it's 21-13. 4 points away from a match victory for Resurrection Christian. Here's Madison Webb with a serve. Floated over. Free opportunity again for the Cougars, and it's tapped down. Darcy Boulders gets it down for Resurrection, and it's 22-13. And they can feel it now. Still on the serve is Madison Webb, the sophomore center in the 5-1 offense that Resurrection uses. Franklin gets the kill, and it goes right down through the block. A double hit called on Resurrection. And 22-14, and Franklin with her kill. Her third of this game. She came in leading the team with 95 on the season coming into this match. It's 22-14, 8-point lead for Resurrection Christian in game 4. Here's the back set. Linneman down the line. I don't know what you can say about this sophomore, but she is going to be somebody to be watched in the near future. 23-14, and she's got 20 kills in the match. She will serve. Her team up 9, 2 points away from the match victory. Bump it back to the Resurrection side. Free ball opportunity. Here comes the hit by Riley Linneman, her sister, dug out. Resurrection Christian with another opportunity. Jennifer Lohr with the hit. Telluride taps it up for the net, and nobody is there. 24-14. Game match point here for Preston Linneman and Resurrection Christian. Deep left corner, Linneman, the sophomore, throws it up, spins it across, diving dig for Telluride. Back set at the net, punched across. Here's the opportunity for Resurrection Christian, back row and long. Looked like it hit the line from up here, but the official's right on the line. She has the better view. Says it's long and out of bounds. It's 24-15. So Scout Franklin will get another opportunity for the Telluride Miners. Here's the pass. Punch it across. Blocked at the net. Madison Webb sets up. Far side, Riley Linneman, who hits into the net, and another point for the Miners. It's 24-16. 1 point away from Resurrection Christian moving on with a victory in pool play. Here's the hit by Telluride, and Linneman bumps it out of bounds. It's a service ace for Franklin. 24-17. She's been the outstanding player for Telluride today as Scout Franklin, and came in as the player to watch, and no doubt has proven that. She's on the serve right now and does not want this to end the way it is. Would love to force a game 5. Here comes the hit. Great dig. Franklin bumps it up. It'll be bumped back over. Free ball opportunity. Chance to put it away. Overpass is out of bounds. 24-18. Here come the Miners packing away. Franklin, a senior, was here last year when they went 1-2. The pass to the net, too close, and another point for Telluride. So getting it to 1 point and leading it by 10, and now they've scored 5 in a row. And it's 24-19 in favor. And a 3-1 victory for Chatfield over Highlands Ranch. It's 24-19 here. Resurrection Christian beats Telluride on the 5A court. Chatfield beats Highland Ranch 3-1. And the Eads Dove Creek match is tied 2-2 in 1A. It's 2-1 Holy Family over Manitou Springs in 3A. And there are brand new teams out on the court in 4A. I believe there are. Can't really tell. Our next match, though, we know is coming up for you is Rye and Byers. Right here, it's 24-19. Franklin on serve for Telluride, trying to keep her team alive. Here's the set, punch across. Opportunity for Telluride to get another point. Here comes the hit over the top of the block, down off the net and good. Telluride is letting Resurrection Christian make the mistakes. They've scored 6 in a row, and it's 24-20. Not over just yet. Scout Franklin still on the serve for Telluride. From 24-14 to 24-20, and here comes the serve. Punched up front. Here's Webb setting the front. Big hit. Out the back row. Point. Game. Match. Resurrection Christian. Riley Linneman helps her sister out, getting that last kill. Her sister was just dominant, was Preston, with 8 kills, 20 on the match, 8 in game number 1, 8 in game number 4. And Resurrection Christian wins the match 3-1, winning game number 4, 25-20. They won game 1, 25-12. Telluride won game 2, 25-13. Resurrection in game 3, 25-17, and 25-20 in game 4. They win the match 3-1. They will play later on this afternoon with Telluride. They'll play after this upcoming match between Rye and Byers. They'll have to take on undefeated Lutheran. Meanwhile, Resurrection Christian will be off until tomorrow when they will play Lutheran in the second match on Saturday. 3-1, Resurrection Christian gets the win in match 1. Coming up, it's Rye and Byers. This is the 2A State Volleyball Championships on CHSAA TV. We'll be back with you in about 10 to 15 minutes. So long for just a while.